We're going to go through practice one now, and last block we did a goblet squat, so holding a kettlebell. We're going to progress that now to a med ball. So if you ever looked in the corner in both of our facilities, you'll see we have big med balls, and they actually go up to 100 pounds. And what this does, it gives us a very unique position to work as we learn through or move through that squat pattern. One of the areas that we always talk about in terms of maintenance of our torso position as we go down into that squat position below parallel with our thighs. The hard part is managing our torso moving forward and back. So if we're pretty tight in the hips, if we have really tight ankles, we see a lot of people have this forward lean with their torso. So every time we choose an exercise on that squat pattern, we always want to put people in a position to be successful. And we really like that upright position when we squat because it stresses that anterior part of our thigh. So kettlebell goblet squat, anterior loads us, gives us that more upright position to stress that anterior part of our quad and our thigh. Same thing with the med ball. And the unique thing about the med ball, much like med ball, just like we were trying to talk about with the kettlebell, is we create this pressure in our thorax or our ribs, our sternum, and our thoracic spine. And what that does is controls that area and allows that pelvis to sit down nicely. And what we get is a really good upright position. And we don't have to get a ton of load on there. Obviously, we can go up to 100 pounds on that, which is going to be pretty heavy, and you'll figure that out quickly. But the other side of it, too, is it could stress the right muscles at the right times. And one of the things that we want to kind of elicit is maximum benefit with minimum load. How can we get more results with actual less load and getting to the root value of what we're trying to accomplish with every exercise? So the first exercise we're going to do is a med ball zercher, meaning that we're going to hold it in this position, creating a lot of pressure in our thorax, and we're going to sit straight down with our torso upright, getting really good depth. We're actually going to add a slant board to even accentuate that position a little further. We're going to do 5 sets of 5 with a 5 count down. That's going to be paired up with a feet elevated inverted row. So we did inverted row last block. We did it with a 4-2 exo tempo. Now we're just going to do it with a 5-second eccentric, and we're going to add a little bit of height so we can increase the intensity on that inverted row by elevating our feet so we actually have more weight on our hands. 5 sets of 5, and then we're going to do 5 sets of 5, 6, 7, and 8, increasing a repetition each week. In the B series, we're going to progress off some of the movements that we've done in the previous blocks. We're going to open up with a tall kneeling dumbbell overhead press. So both knees down on the ground, pressing up, 5 count down, hopefully getting good weight. And then we're going to pair that up with a slides leg curl. So slides leg curl, if we've done foam roll leg curl, a little bit higher coefficient of friction, meaning that we have a lot more resistance from the ground because those slides are pushing and pulling against the ground. So we get a little bit actually more intensity from doing an exercise like slides leg curl as opposed to a foam roll leg curl because it's rubbing against the ground. We're going to progress that just like we are with inverted rows. We got 5, 6, 7, and 8, all with a 5-second eccentric going through. So that's practice one.